You're going to love this interview. Just got done editing it. I'm glad I got it live for you. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes hanging out, answering any questions you have. In fact, leave a comment below about data points or what you think is going to happen to the company, and I will respond to every comment. Additionally, if you're just loving the content, click the thumbs up and I will go and check out your profile as well and give your videos some love as well. In the meantime, enjoy the interview. Hello, everyone. My guest today is Pierce Ujjainwalla. He is the CEO and founder of a company called Knak, an enterprise email creation software for teams. Knak's the first platform to help enterprise folks do this, empowering marketers, writers, and designers to collaborate and create beautiful, responsive, on-brand emails quickly with no coding required. Pierce, you ready to take us to the top?
Let's do it.
All right. So people are going to hear enterprise email and go, no, there are plenty of companies that help brands send out, enterprises send out mass email. How are you different?
Yeah, I mean, my background is really on the Marketo side of things, one of the biggest marketing automation platforms serving a lot of enterprise companies. And I had a consultancy that did a lot of professional services in this space, and every customer we worked with had the same issue around this problem. Mm-hmm. So when we started Knak, it was really about helping Marketo customers with it. But the more we got into it, we realized this is a way more widespread issue than just Marketo.
When did you launch the company?
5 years ago, we actually just had our 5th anniversary.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah. And you came on actually back in September of 2018 and shared that you guys were, flirting with 600 customers, $500 ARPU, about a 3 million-ish run rate, right?
Yeah, that was your best estimation. And yeah.
Where are you exclusively growing based off the Marketo integration? Have you dedicated yourself and kind of gone all in on one channel?
So in the past, since we last spoke, really, we've been looking at diversifying our revenue and really looking to make Knak that platform agnostic platform. So a lot of our growth is actually coming from other marketing automation platforms, other tools that our enterprise customers use to communicate with their prospects and customers.
Can you name a couple of those? So Eloqua, Marketo, what else?
For sure. So we're seeing growth, Salesforce Marketing Cloud, Pardot, Oracle Responses. And then we're also just discovering all these new platforms, a lot of in-house platforms that our enterprise customers work with.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And are you still serving about 600 customers? Has that grown significantly?
So when we last spoke, we kind of were in the middle of transitioning to become more of an enterprise-focused platform. When we last spoke, we still had like a $99 per month credit card product as well. So I'd actually say we have less customers than we did before, but our ASP has gone way through the roof, right? So we have grown 100% year over year since we last spoke, but really taking more of that enterprise focus and expanding our business that way.
Okay. So how many smaller customers have you let churn off? Like, are you down to like 100 customers now today?
Yeah. So, I mean, that was the other thing, was that those $99 a month customers, what we learned, took a lot of support, churned very quickly. Whereas our enterprise customers, we've got net revenue churn of under 2% now. So we were happy to kind of not lose customers, but really focus on that enterprise space where I think we can add the most value.
Yeah. Well, Pierce, just to be clear, the reason I'm pushing on these numbers is this is something that I think actually more people should do. They test a more freemium approach, like $99 free to $99 a month. They get 1,000 customers, and they don't have the courage to say this isn't economically viable. We need to churn some of these folks off and move enterprise, quadruple price points, and churn their customers back down. Yeah. So what is that updated number? Like, is it about 100 customers now today or less? I mean, what's that number today?
Yeah, I mean, and it's a great point, right? When it's very attractive to have a $99 a month credit card product where people can just put in a credit card. They don't have to talk to sales. It's a very quick sale and not a lot of effort, right? But the issue with those types of customers is that just as easily as they came onto your platform, they're going to get off it as well. So what we realized, especially as a bootstrap company, was that we need to focus on our customers who we can add the most value to, who are going to pay us for that value that we're able to give them. So I can tell you, we definitely lost a lot of customers, right?
Well, Pierce, what's a lot? What's a lot though? I'm agreeing with your strategy. I'm trying to get to like an actual number.
So we still are in the hundreds of customers. Okay. So that's what I can tell you.
Okay.
It's not 600 anymore.
Yeah.
It's significantly less than that, but
north of 100.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And your ASP has grown. So let me ask you a question. One of the big challenges with SaaS CEOs when they do this transition is they don't know how to communicate the price changes to their older grandfathered, cheaper accounts. So how did you approach that? Did you make people either decide to leave or upgrade to your new pricing, or did you grandfather them at $99 a month?
Yeah, I think the only reason we got to where we are today is because of those initial customers who trusted us with our business from the beginning. What was really important to us was those customers who allowed us to get here, that we took care of them and that we gave them a way to either join us on our kind of new mission, in which case we did grandfather a lot of our initial customers on, or some people simply said, yeah, you know what, we're going to opt out to that, which we totally respect, and we still thank them for their business to help.
Well, but that's okay. Then that's not good though, right? So if you told them they could have stayed on your platform without paying the new pricing, and hundreds of them turned off, that's not a good sign. If you didn't force them into the higher price point and they said, even if you give us the $99 a month, still we don't want to continue, that's not a good sign.
Sorry, let me clarify that. Any of our customers who wanted to stay with us with what they were paying us are still doing that. Right? Mm-hmm. The ones who churned off were more of our one-time. We used to have like one-time payment customers or $99 a month customers. In order to get onto our new product, there was in some cases a price increase, or they felt like, hey, we have all the templates we need now, we're good. So we recognize we're going to lose some customers, and we recognize this is the future of Knak and what we wanted to do.
Okay. So it's fair to, then if you update now today, you take your grandfathered customers plus your new customers, your new price points, etc. You're saying your ASP is significantly north of $99 per month at this point.
Yeah. Well, last time we spoke, we said our ASP was $6,000 a year.
Okay.
So $500 a month. Yep. And yes, I can confirm that our ASP is significantly higher than that, which is what's allowing us to grow at 100% year over year.
Significantly? I mean, is it fair to say it's more than double that?
Yeah, I wish I could share exactly what that is with you, but I'll let you come up with your own estimations.
Well, I don't want to, if I was going to come up with my own estimations, I would just do the podcast without you being on it. That would be a lot of fun, me talking to myself. But the point being here, like, you've made the strategic decision not to put pricing on your pricing page, which drives some people crazy. But for you and from the SaaS CEO watching, it's also great leverage because you funnel those leads to your sales team and they can work up a custom plan. And if someone's willing to pay more money for the value you provide, then you get more money paid to you, right? So how do you handle that? How many sales reps do you have right now?
So up until 2 months ago, we've been 100% inbound. So everyone that we've sold to has come to us through our website in an inbound manner. So up until a couple months ago, we hired our first outbound reps. So we have 3 sales reps right now.
And they all carry a quota?
Yep.
Okay. And what percent of the total team is that? How many total people on the team?
So we have 25 people on the team now.
Okay. So three quota-carrying folks. And how many engineers?
Yeah. Our dev team is about 8 people.
Okay. And so let's shift now to like current day. You can't do an interview like this today and not talk about the recession, right? The virus is impacting everybody, right? You're based, I believe, up in Canada. How is this impacting? Are you seeing a churn spike?
No, so we haven't. I think we're very fortunate in the sense that, if you look at what companies typically dedicate their marketing budget to, a huge amount of that is going to be in-person physical events or trade shows. Now, with COVID, digital channels, I think, are becoming more important than ever before. We actually looked at our platform's data last month and saw that we had double the amount of emails that have ever been built before, month over month. Mm-hmm. So I think it's early for us still. It's.
Have you seen anyone churn? I mean, has anyone emailed you and said, "Hey, can you pause our account"?
No,
not yet.
At this point.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're definitely trying to work with our customers on that. So we're here to help them. I think one thing that we've communicated to our customers is, if they have any issues with their subscription moving forward, or they need to kind of pause their subscription renewal discussion, we're happy to discuss that. But at this point, no one has churned because of this.
And now you're in a unique spot as well, because you're bootstrapped. You continue to be bootstrapped today, which means you've been operating a company at either break even or profitable already over the past 5 years, correct?
Yep.
So it's not like you raised a bunch, burns too high, and now you have to cut a bunch to get back to profitability to survive something. You're good in terms of surviving.
Yeah, we have a lot of runway ahead of us. And I think what this has also showed us is how resilient a SaaS business can be, as opposed to that kind of one-time payment business where you need those customers coming in all the time. Mm-hmm. This has been an incredible advantage for us.
And those 25 team members, are they all based up there in Ontario with you?
So we have most of them in Ontario, and then there's other remote employees across Canada. So all of us are in Canada, but not everyone here in Ottawa.
Okay, I see. Got it. And where do you think the next, again, considering a recession, virus, I mean, how do you get your next $1 million in ARR? Where's it come from?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think one thing that we really see as a company is that when we started this, we thought, hey, this is a platform for marketers who are going to help build their communications. But what we have realized over time is that this is actually a platform for everybody in a company that needs to send out on-brand communications. And so I think there is a ton of potential in expanding Knak beyond that marketing department to, in-house communications, development communications, partner communications, sales communications, like that. There's so much more to go there. And then we also do see, a lot of growth potential in the platform expansion strategy, which is something that we're doubling down on right now.
What does that mean, platform expansion strategy?
Well, like we were just connecting to Marketo last time we talked now, right? We want to be an agnostic platform that can support you no matter where you're sending your communications out from.
I see. And is this something you go out and do potentially raise capital for to drive extra growth, or you're happy being bootstrapped?
We are still happy being bootstrapped. I think Canada has actually some amazing programs to help fund startup companies. IRAP is one of them. So we're able to access capital that way without
How do you spell that?
Our company. IRAP.
Okay, is that the same as the Shred financing?
Similar. So Shred is more about getting money back from your R&D spend, whereas IRAP, you can nominate specific projects that you're working on and they'll cover the development of those.
Interesting. So basically it sounds like IRAP is almost like pre-approved Shred. They'll confirm it's an R&D expense and pre-approve you for it.
Yeah, it's similar to that. It's a much more streamlined process that's more of like a business focus with a specific business outcome that's come from it.
If you look at the past 5 years of the business in terms of how the Canadian government has potentially helped fuel the development growth of Knak, I mean, can you quantify how much money you've gotten back from the government? You think it's more than $1 million?
So we actually just started taking advantage of these programs last year. So I think we've just scratched, the tip of the iceberg on what they can help us with. But it's an incredible program, and I'd encourage other bootstrap companies in Canada to try and take, leverage it to help them grow.
Very good. Last question here. What's the next big revenue goal? You think even in a recession, you guys can get up to $5-6 million in AR this year, or is that more of a stretch?
Yeah, I think, I've spoken with our team about what if we want to move the target that we had set for ourselves at the end of the year, and fully putting it to them like, hey, I understand if we need to adjust this based on everything that's happening. But what we're seeing in our pipeline and how we're seeing our deals close, we're keeping that same number again, and that's going to put us at, again, 100% year-over-year growth.
That's great. What is that target? I mean, can you drive additional growth to get up to 5-6 in ARR this year, or is that more of like a 2021 goal?
Yeah, like one of the things that happened to us during this COVID was that, the Adobe Summit is our biggest marketing event of the year. That's our Super Bowl for us. And, this year we don't get that. We don't get to interact with our customers. We don't get to see them and have that FaceTime. So to me, that's really the biggest thing is, are we going to be able to replicate that virtually? Are we going to be able to change our marketing spend to enable us to continue to create that pipeline? And based on what we're seeing so far, flipping it to digital, is that we're still having a lot of success driving new leads and pipeline.
Yep. Guys, those of you watching live, this is one of the first times we're doing one of the podcasts live. If you do have questions for Pierre, she's the CEO of Knak, an enterprise email marketing solution, but expanding quickly to be more of a platform play between 100 and 600 customers. If you have questions for him, you can post them here on Facebook. I'll fire them at him as we're wrapping up here, right when we wrap up here with the famous 5. Pierce, you ready to wrap up?
Yeah, sure, man.
All right, number 1, favorite business book.
Well, we did this last time. I feel like I got to switch it up now.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, you're not reading the same book you were reading 3 years ago. You're slow. We got a slow reader on the show today, guys.
One thing for me is about building our team right now. So I recently read Who, which is about a book about how to hire A players, and that was incredible.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're studying or looking at right now?
Yeah, I think. Recently, I've really been following the Basecamp guys, so Jason and DHH.
Yep. Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building Knak?
I'm going to go with Salesforce.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Try and get my full 8 hours.
That's good. And situation, married, single, kids?
Married, 2 kids, a 2 and a 5-year-old, and I'm shocked that we haven't heard them yet.
I was going to say, on my podcast interviews over the past 3 or 4 days with everyone at home, I've always had a kid running into dad's arms on the show and covering his mouth. That's kind of how it works. All right. So 2 and 5. And how old are you?
I just turned 35.
35. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
I wish my 20-year-old self knew that it's not all about making money, and it's actually about doing what you're passionate about with people that you enjoy doing that with.
Guys, there you have it. Pierce building Knak.com, founded back in 2015. They're now serving between 100 and 600 customers, mainly more enterprise now than they were 3 or 4 years ago. He's built this company completely bootstrapped, with these customers paying anywhere between, call it $6,000 ACVs all the way up to way north of that as they've moved more towards enterprise. The virus is impacting them. The Adobe Summit is really where they get a lot of their new customers, connecting new customers. That's obviously canceled, but they're still looking to scale. Their team of 25 people, 8 engineers, 3 quota-carrying reps, again, serving the enterprise space in the email marketing world, hoping to expand more to a platform play. Pierce, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan. Always a pleasure.
All right, stay safe. See ya.
Cheers. Bye.
You guys know I fight like heck to get these data points for you from these CEOs that rarely do these kinds of shows. If you want more shows like this, make sure you subscribe right now. We're trying to get 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of September here, 2019. And it would mean the world to me if you clicked now to subscribe. Additionally, I've got 2 more great interviews for you. If you want more data points from the world's leading SaaS CEOs, click and watch.